So we're going to talk about what inspired us to flip the classroom.
Well, I think it was probably the fact that we attended the seminar for flipping the classroom and ended up being totally impressed by how quickly the time went by while we were in the seminar, and realizing that's what our students want from us in the classroom, is for time to fly by. How about you, Mattia?
Yeah, I think I was really happy that Laurie invited me to the seminar with Lodge. I think that he really hit the nail on the head on what makes classrooms work, and I think what can make education change and tick. And I just thought it was wild, and we were just really inspired to kind of take it head on and meet the challenge. Now we're going to talk about, is it difficult to fill class time with exercises?
Absolutely not. The hardest thing that Mattia and I found out, is that it's hard to fit all our exercises into the class. Just yesterday we were teaching, and Mattia said, I think we might have to cut one of our exercises. I'm not sure we're going to be able to fit them all in. And that's because the students get so psyched about what they're doing that they end up spending more time on the topic than we planned to, which is a terrific experience.
One of the challenges that Lodge talked about is teachers may find it difficult to fill class time when they're not lecturing. Simple exercises in our introductory business class, like asking students to research the GDP and inflation rate of different countries and then present on it, has proved to get them invigorated and involved in learning and doing actual real-world business applications, and it just 75 minutes goes by way too fast.
So the experiment so far, what do you think, Mattia?
I mean, I love it. It's totally different, and I mean, I've never taught anything really before, but being currently still a student and being a student at Bonaventure for 4 years, I can imagine that it would have totally changed the way I experience the classroom. It tailors to people of all learning styles, is that we have a video. So if you're a visual learner, Laurie makes lecture videos that the students watch before class, just like Lodge described. If you're a reader, you read the chapter. And all of these things that we integrate into the class allow you to really learn at whatever level you like to learn on. I still think that doing in the classroom is one of the most important things about flipping the classroom, and I think it's working really well.
I agree. One of the things that I find niftiest is that we quickly figure out what they know and what they don't know, much faster than we would have if we were lecturing and looking to their faces for an indication that they maybe understood what we just said. Here, they're working with the material, and when they don't understand the difference between comparative advantage and absolute advantage, it is instantly obvious. Their hands are in the air, and they're all complaining about the exercise because it's not clear, which is great, because that's where we know that they didn't get that part from the book. One of the things I would say, though, is that the first time around, the prep work was pretty extensive.
It is.
And Mattia and I are a little bit exhausted every now and then as we try to get everything ready as we go into the classroom. But then you get into the classroom and it's all worth it.
Yeah, I think that one of the other benefits that we've kind of molded into flipping the classroom is really trying to use as much technology as we can in the classroom. And one of the things that we've done is integrated Google Docs and Dropbox as much as we can. So being able to share documents using Dropbox, both with between Laurie and I and with our students, has made it so that we're doing less printing, less emailing, and more sharing and doing. And one of the other things that we've been doing is putting our quizzes at the beginning of each class online using Google Forms and Google Docs. And so, as you remember from the seminar with Lodge, you have your video that the students watch outside of class, and then for the first 10 minutes of class, you have a quiz on the video, and in our case, also the chapter that we're teaching. So they watch the video, they read the chapter, they come into class, and they take about a 10-question quiz. And it's on a Google form, and so we simply put the form online. Students bring their iPad, tablet, their laptop, and they take 10 minutes, they fill out the quiz. We keep an eye on them, play a little music maybe in the background. Laurie and I can pull up at the front of the podium analytics of the questions, and we can instantly see a pie chart to see how many people got each question right and wrong, and it allows us to give instant feedback, and we immediately go over the quiz after we finish it, and really that helps the students. If they got something wrong, they know what they got wrong, and we explain the right answer. And I think it really reinforces. We've actually had a couple students do test corrections after the first quiz because we figured it was a little different for them, and they all got the questions right the second time around.
Yeah. One of the neat things about that is we let them do it open notes. So we encourage them to make notes on the video and on the chapter, because we know from research that that's a great way to help them learn and work with material. They think that we're giving them a huge benefit by letting them make it open notes, and in fact we're actually bribing them to do the exercise, to do the work that we know will help them master the material.
Because we figure if they write or type what they're reading and they're forced to read the chapter, they're really absorbing more of what they're learning. And we sometimes throw little questions in from the beginning of the chapter or the little sidebars in the chapter to really encourage them to read and pick up as much material as they can. And then we obviously throw in a few questions from the video too to make sure that they're watching the video.
Yeah.
Usually one question is pretty much almost a freebie if you watch the video. So we even had a couple students say, I didn't see that in the textbook, and it was because they didn't watch the 6 or 7 minute video, which is really quite short. So what do you think is the most rewarding aspect so far?
You know, I think it was when I walked up to you yesterday in the classroom and said, this is what I love. It was almost too loud in the classroom. As the students were talking about the exercise we had them on, they were really engaged, and there was a little bit of debating and arguing going on in the groups about what would be the best way to do this, or what do they think about that topic. And that, I think, is the most rewarding moment, because that tells me that they're totally into the material.
And we're teaching in SWAM 103, so we have kind of the
lucky.
floor or the window-to-window glass on one side of our classroom, and you'd be amazed to see the faces of onlookers as they walk by and kind of see the chaos in our classroom. And
good chaos, though.
Really,
good chaos.
yeah, it's chaos in which it's learning. And the other thing that we've been doing, like lodged in the seminar, is recording the students. And so nearly every exercise we do, we have each group has a presenter. And I think that's so vital, because even if the exercise isn't, even if they took nothing away from the exercise, practicing their presentation skills at this early an age, we're teaching all freshmen, by the way, freshmen, undecided business majors, some JMC majors, for them to just dive right into presenting, it's great. And they're standing up in the classroom, and while I thought it would initially be difficult, they're taking to it really well.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. So we're having a blast. It looks like the students are having a really good time, so I give it 2 thumbs up.
Excellent. Same here. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good job, Mattia.